Hello, and in today's video we're talking about appraisals, and particularly a question that we've received from an IT leader to ask us, how do they get the best out of the appraisals that they're being asked to deliver? So where would you start?
So if you have to do appraisals on a 6-monthly or annual system, because it's a company, then you need to make the best of the situation.
Agreed.
So firstly, I would say make sure you have the continuous conversations and the feedback and the coaching and stretching conversations throughout the year with your team members. So you're doing lots of encouragement, you're giving immediate feedback, and somehow you want to take notes. Ideally, and it makes it easy if you've got a really good appraisal system, you know, an IT system where you can capture these notes straight away and everyone can see it and it's visible. But if not, either diarise it or, you know, have a notebook or something to do that. But capturing those comments, I think, is quite key. The worst thing you can do, of course, is not have any conversations with any of your team members as a leader. Then you come to the end of the year and you've got to sit down for 2, 3, 4 hours each team member, which is a nightmare if you've got 15, 20, 25 people.
Yeah.
That's really difficult. And then you're always focusing on backwards, where, as we know, we don't really like appraisals because it should be about focusing on forwards and continuous development and your career plan. I think I've talked enough about that.
No, that's fine. That's fine. I'd underline a couple of points in there, Ame, because I think you've covered out my main thoughts as well in there. Appraisals can be very frustrating and very distracting, and if they operate in this wave form of loads of work every 12 months, the result is unfortunately pretty poor conversations with people because they're either hurried or otherwise, and the content tends to come from the things you can remember. So people are rewarded or marked down for notoriety, really. I was involved in the great disaster of X is the thing that gets remembered, rather than all of the day-to-day excellence that a person might have gone through. So a much more effective system and a much more effective way of changing team performance, especially in a dynamic industry like IT where so much is changing, is exactly as Julia was saying, that regular contact, the regular conversations where you're talking about performance, opportunities, desires, future potential of the people in your team. If you're clever and you do that in such a way that it also satisfies the appraisal scheme, then when it comes round to that sweep of that period, you've only got a small amount of administration, some clerical work to do, and it should reduce the burden. It might even, if you start to do that, demonstrate to others in the organisation that there could be a different way, a better way of managing performance and recording performance in the company.
Yeah, one of the things I quite like too is that it can really help with the talent process. So if you're having those iterative conversations ongoing, you know, you're talking about careers, you know, when you're in an IT or technical or in a fast-paced changing business, you need to build teams and project teams pretty quickly. So if you're not having those conversations, it's really difficult to understand, you know, what people want to do, what people excel at, and, you know, bring the best people together. You tend to be fumbling around going, can you do that? Yeah, you're quite good at that. Let's pull you over here and let's see how you get on. And actually it should be about nurturing that environment that you're in. So having that natural conversation, and then you can then use at the, you know, in your annual appraisal conversation, it's around, okay, so, you know, what we're going to do for the next 12 months, you know, you really excelled over here, what would you like to do? And then that individual's got a really good flavour of where they're going in the organisation.
Yeah. Very good.
Okay.
Super. Well, thank you for watching. We hope we've given you a couple of pointers there and reminders perhaps on what you should be doing in terms of performance conversations with your team. If you've got a question yourself, if you're leading a team and you're stuck with a challenge right now, then pop a comment below in the notes or send us a message, and your challenge may feature on a future video that we do.
Thank you.
Bye.